Shalom, family. Good to see you all. Hope you're doing well. We're going to talk about Hawaii. Hawaii has been devastated after Hurricane Lala went through there. And y'all, it didn't even make landfall. Just the outer bands hit Hawaii. And just from the outer bands, they ended up with 3 feet of water. 3 feet. That is just an insane amount of water to come down in a short period of time. So you will see all of the damage and destruction that has been done. And it is a wreck. It is a wreck for real. It wiped out roads. And I was like, can you imagine if it would have made landfall? It didn't make landfall and left that much damage. Trees down, electrical poles are down. It is a mess. They're gonna have a hell of a job cleaning that island up. So y'all, before I get to that, I just want to send you a reminder that the goat milk shampoo and goat milk leave-in conditioner is available on Etsy. It is my newest 2 products that have been listed all week long. You can get it for 40% off. So, and I have plenty in stock. So take advantage and grab it up at the discount. So y'all, let's get to the video and you can see just how bad it got in the little island of Hawaii. All right, y'all. Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Thank you.
The whole house is getting ruined, and can you please give me a...
Dangerous flash floods and mudslides left a wake of destruction from the town of Naalihu to neighboring Wa'ahinu.
The boulders that were coming down were so heavy they were like shaking the ground.
Alice Birnbaum returned yesterday for the first time to survey the damage. We were the first people she's seen from outside her community, Wa'ahinu, since Hurricane Lala hit.
We need water. People need propane. People need gas. People need food.
Around a dozen homes were destroyed overnight Saturday as the eye of Lala passed just off the coast of Hawaii. Wind gusts reached over 80 miles per hour, downing trees and power lines. But it was the rain, more than 3 feet in some places, that caused catastrophe.
We're here at what little is left of Highway 11 here in the southern point of the Big Island, and you wouldn't know it by looking at it, but this was a major roadway now completely severed by flash flooding and mudslides.
This morning, around 2,000 people in the town of Pahala remained stuck. The road in and out washed away. But even in areas where there is access, Alice says help can't come fast enough.
We need help. This is a cemetery over here. There's Evie. There are caskets down the road. It's like really, yeah, sorry.
No, stop.
And tens of thousands of people are still without power. Some are being told it could take more than a week before it's restored and months before neighborhoods are cleared.
Tonight, heartbreaking scenes in the wake of Hurricane Lala. Communities left unrecognizable, with devastation striking entire towns. The hurricane turned tropical storm sideswiping the Hawaiian Islands with dangerous winds and torrential rains. Today, our team reached Naalehu, one of the hardest hit communities on the Big Island.
And it is beyond clear in every direction you look here that this is the place that took the brunt of Lala's power.
The small town turned into a muddy debris field, with one of its only roads buried beneath boulders, mud, and headstones picked up and carried from a nearby cemetery.
Is this the worst you've seen?
Absolutely.
We met Thaddeus Griffith, still in shock over what he survived, telling us the rush of water was so strong it nearly washed away his new car.
I came down and it's bobbing in the water. Oh my God, my heart sank.
His neighbors losing everything.
Witnesses say in just a couple minutes, this mud flow picked up anything in its path, from a lawnmower to someone's backyard shed. The power is clear, and we're standing near the foundation of this very home, picked up and carried. Fortunately, the family inside made it out in time.
Families here now fending for themselves. Max Doniger and his wife, pregnant with their second child, doing their best to look after their 2-year-old son.
You don't know when you're going to have water back. You don't know when you're going to have power back.
No, it's going to be a while, man.
This once quiet street turned into a raging river, leaving a path of destruction in its wake. The giant boulders, buildings completely destroyed, moved from their foundations as this massive wall of water came crashing down from the higher elevations surrounding this small little community, leaving residents and visitors in total shock. Cars completely buried under rocks, mud feet thick, leaving cleanup crews essentially at a loss for words as search and rescue efforts continue today. Behind me, you can see power poles. Communications have been completely cut off, and some folks, now that they have some of the roads clear, are having to drive upwards of 20 miles to get cell service to communicate with their loved ones and let them know that they're okay. A lot of the folks around here haven't seen a flash flood and destruction like this in over 20 years, and this all caused by Hurricane Lala. This is exactly why we can't stress enough that even if a hurricane, no matter the category, doesn't make landfall or not, the catastrophic results can still be the same. And unfortunately, this community has found that out in a very, very tough way.
Now, amid those warnings, the damage that has been caused, at least 100 homes have been lost or damaged. That's according to Hawaii's governor.
And the real possibility of flooding still threatens parts of the island chain. Here is a live look right now at Honolulu, where a tropical storm warning is in effect for parts of Oahu and Kauai. And if you look closely, you can see there are still some people in the water ahead of that break wall. Melissa Adon is in Hawaii's Big Island right now.
Hawaii hit with Hurricane Lala's wrath. The storm now weakening from its peak strength, but not before slamming the Big Island as a Category 1 hurricane. Though not making landfall, Lala dropped nearly 3 feet of rain across parts of the island and had powerful wind gusts as high as 80 miles per hour. Hawaii's governor declaring a state of emergency.
100 houses or more are damaged and lost.
The Big Island receiving nearly 1.5 feet of rain within 12 hours, more than 2 feet falling in higher elevations. Raging floodwaters turning rivers into dangerous rapids. Hawaii's longest river, the Wailuku, raging from the heavy rain. The Rainbow Falls, normally a postcard, now unrecognizable. The storm knocking out power for more than 100,000 homes and businesses. At one point, more than 70% of the Big Island was in the dark, as was 30% on Maui County. At the airports, hundreds of flights canceled across the islands, stranding tourists like Aman Khan.
I originally flew here to see the volcano erupt, which I thankfully got to see it before this crazy weather happened. I'm hoping I can fly out Monday.
Lala's eyewall brushed right up against the Big Island's southern tip, but not making landfall. The White House monitoring conditions on the ground in Hawaii, saying the U.S. Coast Guard is supporting search and rescue at the request of the Hawaii County Fire Department.
The threat is still far from over, as impacts from Lala will still be felt across all of the Hawaiian Islands, as still several more inches of rain is expected. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Hilo, Hawaii.
I tell you what, that place got jacked up. Wow. It just blows my mind that it didn't even make landfall, and it just completely devastated the island like that. You're talking just the outer bands hit it, and it had all that water. And that's why when people try to say a Category 1 is not bad, that's not true, because a lot of floods come from Category 1. It's just the winds are not as strong. But as far as how much water that hurricane carries, it can be as much water as a Category 5, and that's where people get, make their big mistake, and they get caught up in these situations because they think, oh, it's a Category 1, I'm not leaving. And then they end up with a flood and they have to go on the roof. So it is best to heed the warnings and just get out of there. It's no big deal if you got to leave for one day and come back, or leave for 2 days. What a mess. And we'll see what will happen over the next coming days, because they're saying they're getting several more inches of rain on top of the 3 feet they already got. So I know it's not going to get better anytime soon. So y'all, thank you for being here. I want to thank Et Yehuda. Thank you for the super sticker, and Spiritual Youth. Thank you for the 2 Jules 100. Thank you so much for your support from my channel. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it seemed like the entire planet is on fire. It's fires everywhere. I mean, seriously, it's fires everywhere on this planet. And it seems like they can't get any of them under full control. Wow. Yeah, I heard about all the racism on Hawaii, dark-skinned brother. I have definitely heard about that, I don't know. I know a lot of people, wanted to go to Hawaii and stuff. I don't know. I never had the desire to go. I just didn't. But I know some people look at, oh, it's like paradise and stuff. Yeah, whatever. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for all of your support. And don't forget to pick up your hair products. And I will see you on my next live. Shalom, family.